We have finished the solar arch and the side railing that was incorporated into the solar arch. Now we just need to finish one more thing with the solar arch project, and that is to create some built-in seats that will be attached to the aft railing so that we can eliminate the unsecured deck chairs. We thought we could use our spring break to finish this project. However, this is also the week we needed to move out of the marina and onto a mooring ball in San Diego Bay, and we unexpectedly received news from the mooring company that we needed an updated boat survey before moving on to the mooring ball. Our attention now turned to our propane system that never worked right since we bought the boat.
Ain't gonna happen. Alright, so see, I want it coming out this way. Yeah. What are we doing here? Okay, so inside there you see the valve that will either shut off or turn on flow for your propane solenoid. Look at the other side there. Okay, so what the other guy did, I guess it got stuck closed so it wouldn't open for him. So he just took a drill and just drilled right through here all the way through. So it would never close. You could hear it like the switching inside here, but that's just a little pintle that goes up and down. But there was a hole drilled through there, so it would never close. It just stayed open all the time.
We thought it would be a simple replacement of the shut-off solenoid at the propane tank.
This is supposed to spin right here, and it's seized on there.
But as usual, it quickly turned into a much larger project.
God,
you can't spin that either.
No. How did I get the other one out of there? I might have to replace this whole fucking thing. Why is that seized on there? I have to cut that piece and go the other way. All right, this is our line, propane line, copper line that goes up to our propane box right here, and the end of it is supposed to swivel like this guy, spin like that. Well, it's just seized up in there, so when you try and put a wrench on this and try to turn it, it just twists the whole tubing, and it's gonna break. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it up right about here, where it'll be as easy as possible to get a new piece put in, and I'll pull this out the other direction and then replace it in here with this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to cut this out and then solder in a new piece. And so turn a couple times, tighten a little bit, turn a little bit, tighten a little bit, turn a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's that. We'll take this one out, get rid of it, and we're going to match the bend to this one, to the new piece, and then slide it back in, and we'll prepare this end nice and pretty to get it ready to solder. This isn't the right tool. This is part of the right tool you're supposed to use, but I don't have the other half of it. That's for bending it, yeah, without kinking it. So either it's going to get bent right or it's going to get bent wrong.
He tried his best to make do, but ultimately we just needed to go buy the correct tool again. Oh.
That's the way it's supposed to be. feed it back through that little hole there and have you retighten it again. Or we just had to cut out this nasty piece of copper tubing. Time to make that go away. And here's our new piece. We've already flared the inside of that. It's beautiful. We've got a nice little bend here. And I'm gonna solder this little coupling on right here. And it'll get soldered onto there. And then another end up in the car or in the boat will get soldered back into there. So where this piece got cut from. So here we go. First thing we need to know is we need to make sure it's very, very clean. So there's a little bit of outside material on the tubing. We just have to scratch lightly, make it nice and pretty and shiny. So
Kind of sandpaper.
this is very light 500 grit sandpaper. They also make these great little tubing brushes. This one happens to be for 1/2 inch, and I have 1/4 inch here, so it doesn't quite fit. So, but you know, just some sandpaper will do, and then just wipe it down clean. And you'd want to do the same thing as best you can inside here, which would be a little bit harder to do, but you can do it. It's just got to be just a light sand. You're just wiping it down with the damp cloth. Okay, so we got that nice and pretty and clean. Got that nice and clean. So we're going to use a little bit of flux. And what the flux does is it helps to pull in to the joint the solder. So we're going to end up putting flux on there. We heat this up real good, and this has got to get heated up too. So then we'll put that on there, and then heat both of them up, and then tap the flux right, or tap the solder right here, and you'll see the solder just get pulled into that and seal it up real nice. All right, so I just took a very little bit. You usually just get a little brush and just very lightly brush on the flux. And I got a little bit inside here too. Okay. So I'm gonna heat that up.
We're doing this inside because it's super windy outside right now. So here's our makeshift station.
Goes the smoke alarm.
Just installed a smoke alarm yesterday.
Okay, so you see it just pulled it right into the joint right there, heated it up and just pulled it right in. Okay, so clean up that side as best we can. Get some flux all over it.
The water.
All right, where's the blanket? I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
I can tape that up.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave it up there until we pressure test it. So it's important to quench it down with water because this flux has it's like an acid in it, and if we don't neutralize it, it'll continue to eat a hole in the pressurize it with propane, and then put the bubbles on it, or put the water on it and see if it makes any bubbles. If it does, then we suck. Let's just put it on this guy here. There we go. Tighten up both of those and turn it on. Go ahead, turn it back on. All right, well, go ahead and shut her down.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, go back on. Love it. It's working, baby. It's working 2 days. And it's still not gimbaled.
No, it won't be. Stove is out. Couldn't find any gimbal parts for it. So we're just gonna put it back in.
All right, so leave that on. Propane is on. Let's go and see what we see. Come on. No leaky. Okay, that's done. Let's go check the one outside. Nothing there. This is the one that could possibly leak because I had to flare that one myself. No leaky. No leaky.
And now, on to the many other little projects to be completed before the survey.
Yeah, so you'll just kind of untwist and weave the first one in there, and then you'll take
These two things fell out and I didn't see where they came from.
Okay, Tim, I've got her ready to go here. There's things like jackets, seat flares, and cleaning supplies and stuff in here. Also the pump. Tanks empty. There's an extra seat. That's a battery box.
A deal came up on an inflatable dinghy in Mexico, so we had our neighbor Doug pick it up for us. Yes, after the Catalina Island trip, we see the value of the inflatable dinghy versus our hard aluminum dinghy. We are at the end of spring break.
Yeah. Spring work.
Spring work. We did not get a break.
Spring boat work, that's what it was.
We are exhausted from, as usual, running from one thing to the next, as we always push ourselves to do when we have any time off from work. And what did we try to do this week? What was the point of this week?
Well, the point of it was to try and get the boat ready to pull out of our beautiful marina, which we're going to miss a lot. But you can't cruise the world with sitting in a marina. But anyway, so we had to get the boat ready to go out of the marina, which there are some things we wanted to get done. So I'm doing a lot of welding right now on the arch and seats in the back and solar bracket that we need and stuff.
We went into this week thinking we were going to get everything done on the solar arch, which included a lot of welding, a lot of cutting stainless steel metal and all of that stuff. And then all of a sudden we were told going into the mooring ball that they wanted a survey. So then we had to add all this extra stuff to our plate to work through a lot of the recommendations from our last survey, which I think sidetracked us a little bit. In some ways, it got us ahead because it got us doing things we needed to do, especially that propane thing. That was a big deal.
Yeah, that was a big
but otherwise, it just distracted us. So now we're sitting here with an unfinished solar arch and we're pulling out of the marina tomorrow. So now that means we're gonna have to go to the guest docks on Shelter Island and hope that no one complains that we're pulling in a welding machine and a big tank. so we can finish our welding and cutting and all that stuff. I don't know. We're just going to do our usual thing, get away with what we can until we get caught. The goal this whole week was to give us at least Saturday night, at least tonight, to kind of, I don't know, celebrate, reminisce, and
Celebrate,
relax at least, and just to be able to reflect on, you know, where we've come from and where we're going next. Because this is a big move for us. Not just that we're moving out of the marina. That's not so much that. But it's like our first big step of like cutting back expenses big time so that we can afford the retirement life that we're choosing to live in because we want to retire a little early. That's, I think, for me, that's what the big thing is. Going down to the boat, we're spending the night on the boat in the marina. We'll see what happens.
One of the benefits of sitting in the marina is that it is a great place to learn from how other boats are made and the solutions that different owners come up with to solve common problems.
See those big things on the mast, the cables on the two sides? Big roller thingies over there?
Yes.
I saw those guys got them too over there.
Yes. What are they?
Well, I'll give you my guess. Okay?
Okay. Stop.
Well, we need to talk about this. Honey, we need to talk about this. Tell me what happened.
So fucking neat.
No, this is sailing life right here. It begins right now.
Fucking fridge needs to prop up properly and not bash down on people's noses.
I think we should put it out to our people and see what they say. There must be a fix that somebody knows.
Okay, here's a broken tooth.
Oh my goodness, baby. That's it. We need a big walk-in fridge. I can't get that. I gotta get that a little better.
Ouch, it hurts my whole head. I'm gonna have two black eyes tomorrow.
Well, we're gonna do
Look at the blood.
We're gonna do a little morning video to show you
When I had two black eyes,
what it looks like. Yeah.
and a broken tooth,
Oh my god.
and I look like
That's gonna be a good look.
I'm just gonna say, you didn't like what I was doing. I don't know.
What? Oh, yeah. Like you didn't have my dinner ready
Yeah.
on time.
Where I didn't. I don't know.
Watch out.
Didn't put the dishes away correctly.
I know.
We have a lot to do today, and first we need to start with getting the big stuff off the Mystic that will be too hard to remove when it is on the mooring ball. We also need to top off the gas for the dinghy to be able to do all the running around as we make the transition across the bay.
Okay.
Last bit. Backing up.
We don't even need the stairs anymore, ever again.
I just need my stairs and that's all I need. Just these stairs and this boat. That's all I need.
Bye-bye, stairs. I guess we can sell those now.
Alright, let's talk about this crazy plan we have. The Mystic is currently at the marina on Harbor Island, but we need to move her to the mooring area here. To do that, we need to launch our dinghy off of Shelter Island, which requires driving the beater truck around and leaving it there as we dinghy back to the Mystic. We then tow the dinghy behind the Mystic as we move her to the mooring area, and after tying off on the mooring ball, we can dinghy back to Shelter Island to load up the dinghy back on the beater truck.
There's our dinghy. We're about to take over to the boat and motor. We're gonna launch at Shelter Island and then Motor back here to the marina where our boat is. And then say goodbye to the marina. And then motor over to our new mooring ball in America's Cup Harbor. Get the lid off. Carburetors. We would be millionaires right now if Tim got paid for every time we have had to take off and clean them, especially on these outboard motors. Having no luck, we had to go all the way back to the marina parking lot so we could get some tools off the boat to rebuild the carburetor. Meanwhile, the sun was setting and we hadn't even started the first leg of our journey. So it was time to get creative and modify our original plans, which we didn't have time to do now before dark. To cut out the drive to Shelter Island, there had to be a way to launch the dinghy from Harbor Island so that we can start the leg to the mooring area from here and then dinghy back here to load up onto the truck again. Just took it out of that truck, brought it over here. He thinks he can just drag it down the hill. Guess I have to walk it. Oh, I need the key.
And you let me in.
It's so much easier to take it and do that.
Yeah, I know. We thought about carrying the dinghy down to the docks, but Tim had another idea. Whoa! You did all of it. Oh my God. We felt guilty, but we had no lights on the dinghy, and we were unfamiliar with the new mooring ball situation, and so doing all that in the dark was just not going to be safe.
Close up the truck, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I gotta close it up.
All right, just toss all that in here. You got the keys to the truck?
Nope.
I think they're in it. Oh, let me check. Nope. That's it, baby. Not even creating good content. Drama.
Except that you don't give me time to set up cameras and show what the hell we're doing. Ours, we going out forward. Going to our mooring ball. Hopefully it won't be too dark when we get there, or too windy. We have made it to the mooring ball. We did manage to get it, the needle, on the first swoop, but not without making a terrible mess on the deck, because that line had been in the water for a long time. So we're trying to clean the deck, and did it. And we had the direct view of downtown San Diego right there. Oh, direct view of Star of India. Nice. First one row. And a plane is taking off and it's not as loud. Okay, our first time trying to get into the dinghy from the back of the boat, because we don't want to like use this ladder and then have to leave it out.
Oh, there's only one step.
Yeah.
Oh, there's two, but the other one's still fucking high.
Oh shit, that's a long reach for you. Oh, how was I gonna do that? Oh, honey, don't tear a hamstring. Okay.
Alright, so this is super tight.
Okay, grab that then.
Well, I'm saying to undo it, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, somebody's got to reach this. Which can you?
I'm gonna have to undo it right now.
What?
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Alright, I think you might need to sit in the back so this end will, the front end will come up for me.
I think I want to stand right here and help you down, baby.
I don't know.
Yes, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, we'll do a little circle.
Into the mystic. Great.
That sucks.
That's great.
Horsepower.
Our usual late Sunday night shenanigans. Now we need to snake back through the marina, pull the dinghy back out, and get it into the beater truck while trying not to cause a big commotion.
Get ready to jump out and crawl up the cliff.
Or duck down underneath the bridge. Woohoo! So what? I'm going on the cliff?
Yeah, you're gonna crawl up the cliff.
No, I'm not. I thought you were gonna drop me off there so I could be the rope person. Okay. Alright. Oh. Here we go. Go, baby! My God. Aren't you glad I took some of the weight out? Are we actually going to carry that to the boat? The truck, I mean? We got to carry it from here. We won't be home until after midnight, and we will go to bed with empty stomachs.
Oh, wait,
And yes, we
carry
have to
this
start the
down.
new work week in the morning, but we did it. As Tim said, we can't cruise the world sitting in the marina, so we are excited for our new chapter.